Hi, my name is Holly. I'm a second year biochemistry student and I'm a participant on the first Uniq Plus programme. So what is Uniq Plus? Uniq Plus is a programme allowing undergraduate students to undertake a 6-week placement at the University of Oxford. The programme's aim is to allow participants to experience postgraduate study. Uniq Plus is an outreach scheme aimed at students who are less likely to go into postgraduate education. As part of the programme, accommodation is provided in one of Oxford's colleges. Participants are also given a generous stipend and their travel to and from Oxford is reimbursed. On the first day, I moved into my accommodation for the next 6 weeks. I stayed in the graduate accommodation in New College. I had a private room and a shared bathroom. My room had its own entrance hall, which was pretty impressive, and a lot of chairs for guests to sit on. I also had a lovely view onto the sports pavilion. In my room, I had a desk I could work at, a bed with some drawers and a lamp, as well as a huge wardrobe to store clothes, as well as a sink. The kitchen was shared between 6 people. On the first day of the programme, everyone made their way to the Department of Statistics for some introductory talks about the programme and some team games. We played a version of Only Connect in small groups. Following this, we visited the Radcliffe Science Library to learn about the libraries in Oxford, which we had access to for the 6 weeks of the programme. The bulk of my time in Oxford was spent doing the actual placement. I was located at the William Dunn School of Pathology, which is a beautiful building with a blue plaque outside. My placement was based on a protein complex called MOT-AB found in bacteria, which is key for flagellar rotation. The role of my project was to solubilise this protein in detergent and then reconstitute the complex in nanodiscs. A nanodisc is a structure which represents the native environment the protein complex can be found in. Then structures of the complex can be obtained. Doing this required using a variety of new techniques and methods, including using huge centrifuges, affinity chromatography, and freezing samples using liquid nitrogen and dry ice, which obviously looked pretty impressive. I also got to use a homogenizer which made this horrible noise. Another major part of the programme was that each week we would go to a different college for a meal. The first college we visited was New College, which I was a member of for 6 weeks. We had a tour of New College, which had an amazing chapel. We then had a drinks reception outside in the quad, followed by a meal in the dining hall, where we could talk to other participants and members of staff. At each meal you were seated with different people. The second college we visited was Nuffield College. This time we had talks and drinks before the meal rather than a tour. We had a talk on creative thinking as well as a talk by a professor of philosophy. Nuffield College was a relatively modern college as it was founded in 1937. Before visiting St John's College, we had a couple of lectures at the Mathematical Institute. Upon arrival at St John's, we had a tour of the college. The college contains many acres of land and several buildings, which makes sense as it's the richest of all Oxford colleges. and according to its annual financial report in 2018, the college has a total wealth of approximately £600 million. We had 4 talks in the Department of Plant Sciences before heading to Uniq College for drinks and a meal. Uniq is again a relatively modern college which was founded in 1962. Throughout our 6 weeks, we were given access to Uniq College Bar and their gym. The day we visited Magdalen College, we had a morning of talks on graduate admissions, funding, interview skills, future careers, and presentation skills. In the afternoon, we could either go punting or to the Botanic Garden, and I chose to visit the Botanic Garden. Luckily, we visited on a beautiful day, so it was lovely looking around the garden. After this, we walked around the Magdalen College grounds. Including looking around the chapel. Then we met up with the others who had gone punting and had some pizza in the Magdalen College bar. The final college we had dinner at was Jesus College. Again, we had a couple of talks before a drinks reception and a dinner in the main hall. The main hall has a portrait of Elizabeth I, who actually founded the college in 1571. On the final day, we gave a presentation about our projects to other participants of the programme. This was at the Mathematical Institute. We then went to lunch at St Anne's College before travelling back to the Mathematical Institute and giving some feedback on the entire programme. Although Uniq Plus was an intense 6 weeks, there was still a lot of free time to explore Oxford. One of the most well-known Oxford sites is the Radcliffe Camera, which we were allowed to access for 6 weeks. I didn't realise how large the Radcam actually was. There are 2 floors underground and a tunnel which connects it to the Bodleian. You can also see a brilliant view of the Radcam and over Oxford from St Mary's Church Tower. It was a tiring walk to get to the top, but I managed to get an amazing photo of the Radcliffe Camera. I also saw some amazing views across Oxford from the different sides of the viewing platform, including looking over Brasenose College. As well as the Radcam and colleges we dined in, I decided to visit as many colleges as possible over the 6 weeks. Exeter College was a particular favourite of mine, and it had a beautiful chapel. I met several students who study at Brasenose College, so I decided to visit there. Balliol College is one of the most well-known, as several Prime Ministers have studied there, including Boris Johnson. It's one of Oxford's oldest colleges. Throughout the programme, we were all given a graduate student mentor. Mine was a member of St Cross College, which is a graduate-only college. I liked this college as it had a mix of old-fashioned buildings with areas of modern accommodation. Christ Church College was my favourite college to visit. It has a huge courtyard with a fountain in the middle. There are many areas of the ground to walk around, and you could also visit the chapel. Visitors could walk around the main dining hall, which is the largest of any I had seen, as well as having the most visitors. There was also an additional unexpected visitor. Most of the colleges had beautiful grounds to walk around, just like Trinity College. Trinity was close to my accommodation, so it was a nice one to go and visit. Keble was close to the pathology building, so when I had a long break one day, I went to visit Keble. Keble's red brick style is quite different to all the other colleges, making it stand out. Mansfield College notably has a statue of Eleanor Roosevelt in its gardens, which was unveiled by Hillary Clinton in 2018. Lady Margaret Hall is further away from the centre of Oxford, so I visited it with my mentor. The college has lots of acres of grounds and wildflowers growing in the centre of a quad. Oxford also has the Westgate Shopping Centre to visit, which has a rooftop viewing platform. Overall, I really enjoyed Uniq Plus. The placement interested me, I got to dine in many of Oxford's colleges, and I was able to explore Oxford in general. I would recommend the programme to anyone considering applying. I hope you learned some more about the Uniq Plus programme and my experience over the 6 weeks.